It is the beginning of yet another day. Bijoy has to set things in order before the family wakes up. This has been the routine for years, but all of a sudden, something changed her life.
When I heard the report, I was at home, and I had a small niche where I was praying, and I went straight there and I knelt down, and I said, God, I know that I have to die someday, but look at the world outside. The sun's shining, I can hear the birds, I can hear people on the street, and I could see the sun glistening on the green leaves. And I said, I'll leave all this behind, I won't see it again. And then I said, God, why me? Why me? Why so quickly? I know that I have to die someday, but not at this age.
ক্যান্সার মানে আমি তো মরে যাব, তো আমার খুব কষ্ট হচ্ছে যে আমার ছেলে মেয়ের কিছু হয়নি, ওরা তখন আরো অনেক ছোট, আমি কিছু করে উঠতে পারিনি, অর্থ নেই, কি রেখে যাব, আর খুব ভয় করছে আমার। সারা ঘরটা, আমার ঘরটা তখন না ওসব ছিল না, হ্যাঁ, তখন হচ্ছে এরকম ইটের ছিল আর কি, খুব অন্ধকার, একটা লাইট ছিল, তো লাইটটা নিভিয়ে দিতে না মনে হলো কি আমাকে সমস্ত দেয়ালগুলো আস্তে আস্তে মনে হচ্ছে আমাকে খেয়ে নিচ্ছে, ভয় পাচ্ছি আর কি। হঠাৎ 4টের সময় আমার মনে হলো আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে মরে তো যাবই। তখন আমার না একটা হিন্দি কবিতা আমার হঠাৎ মনে এলো আর কি, मौत एक कविता है, मौत एक कविता है जिसने वादा किया है वो आएंगे, मौत एक कविता है जिसने वादा किया है वो आएंगे, कभी कभी धूप छांव में भी आ सकते हैं, अंधेरा भी आ सकता है, उजाला भी आ सकता है, मौत एक कविता है जिसने वादा किया है वो आएंगे। ওই কবিতা পাঠ করার পর আমি আস্তে করে ঘুমিয়ে পড়লাম।
Shambhuda loves reciting poems, but he was diagnosed of throat cancer. This program is a journey into the innermost recesses of some people. Some real people who have had cancer. We talked to some of them to find out what it was like to put the color back into their lives. A life that used to be so very normal.
Well, my day starts at 10:30 and stretches up to 4 o'clock. And then again I have chamber in the evenings from 7, and there's no saying what time that comes to an end. That is flexi. So it could stretch up to 10 or 11 or 12 depending on the kind of work I have the following day.
Life was going on for Amina until she was diagnosed of breast cancer.
A little more than 2 years ago when I found a lump in my breast, and it was not as if I had been overly aware or had conducted an examination or anything. It was just while taking a bath that I found the lump, And my initial reaction was, oh, it must be something quite harmless and it will go away. But it didn't go away. And then I started feeling pain. And I thought I'd better get it examined. But I kept putting it off until a very good friend of mine decided that I had to go and see a doctor. And she insisted on taking me to the doctor, who told me that I should, get certain tests done, which I did. And the report was brought in by my driver from the path lab, and he just handed it over to me. So I opened the envelope and I read the contents, and I think I was numb for quite some time. I suppose it was a kind of shock or horror, because I was seriously not expecting it to be cancer. And the feeling of numbness gave way to disbelief. I think for a little while I just couldn't believe it. And I thought, no, this can't be. This is not right. Someone somewhere has made a mistake.
See, in those days I didn't know cancer meant cancer, and that means you are going to die. I had no preconception that people do live after cancer. And I went on thinking, my God, I've just lost my in-laws. And now this has happened to me. And there are only 3 men in the house. That is my husband and my 2 sons, aged 18 and 12. And who's going to look after them? They don't even know where the towels are kept.
I was a member of British Council. So I started acquiring all the books on cancer, and particularly breast cancer. I finished off all the books, day in and day out, to know what is there. Because, as you know, like lay people, layman, which still I am in this regard, that cancer means a very dangerous thing. You are going to die. It's a sort of your hours and days are numbered, that sort of thing. Then having read those books, then I gathered a little bit of information that it is not end of road at all.
While I was being readied for the operation, my husband came in and he just said, we'll fight it together. I think that was a wonderful boost to my morale.
This man is called Tim by his friends. He says he's just 70. About 30 years ago, he met with a near-fatal car accident affecting his legs and arm. A strong, spirited man otherwise. Tim has recovered from cancer thrice. Yes, he has had cancer thrice.
In 1981, I got a testicular tumor, and that testicular tumor was misdiagnosed as a hydrocele. When they operated, they found that it was a tumor and not what they had thought. So the tumor was sent for biopsy, and it proved to be seminoma, which is worse than malignant. That is, in other words, seminoma means multi-roots. Then after some time, I was attacked in the lungs. The lungs was in very bad shape. It was, you can say, more than 3/4 already finished. Once again I was misdiagnosed. Nobody suspected that it would come again to you. And I told the doctor, well, what happened? He told me, what happened? Again I got it. And now I'm practically like a one-lung man. One lung absolutely dried up. But it is operating. Then the doctor again gave me the rays, tested the blood, everything. And I said, okay, you go. Now you're fine. That time again I told the doctor, I said, no, close-up cannot be closed because I know I'll get it again. And true enough, it came again on my thyroids. This time the thyroids were removed, both thyroids were removed. and it was okay, fine. Then I went for a holiday to Dubai, to my friend, to my children.
कितना भी उसको तकलीफ हुआ, हमको डर कुछ नहीं था, मगर कभी कभी ऐसा आंख में पानी आ जाता था कि ये क्या हुआ, किसी का हम लोग ने ये नहीं किया है और उसको क्यों होता है ऐसा। जितना हम डरता था वो नहीं डरता था, वो जो इतना उसको तकलीफ था तो भी हमको ये देता था कि नहीं, कुछ नहीं हुआ है, हमको कुछ नहीं हुआ है, सब चीज ठीक हो जाएगा। उसका हिम्मत से हम लोग आगे बढ़े। और हमारा बेटी का भी तो बहुत हिम्मत, जब भी हम लोग रोता था वो एकदम चिल्ला के बोलता था, नहीं मम्मी डैडी ऐसा मत करो, सब चीज ठीक हो जाएगा, डैडी को कुछ नहीं हुआ।
It's the strong willpower and the attitude you adapt towards your illness that matters.
I eat the problem. Problem doesn't eat me. Like if I said to myself, I'm going, then I'll go. But I said, no, I got to survive. My children were very small. And then, even after getting well, I went on work.
But getting back to the usual life was not that easy for all. Some were too traumatized to face reality. For instance, Bijoya was operated on her breasts and she hated to even look at herself.
I had wonderful private sisters to look after me, and it was my day sister who sort of ultimately forced me to go and look at myself in the mirror. And she said, come on, sit down here. I'm going to dress your hair in a new style. And she did. And I wouldn't look down below my neck, you know. And then she said, come on, look up, see, look at yourself, apply some lipstick. And I did, you know. And I thought, okay, it's not as bad as that. I'm still alive. I can't tell you how my relatives, friends, family, everybody gathered around me. I think that sort of really pulled me through. That's a very, very important thing. And then it was the day when I had to go back home. And suddenly I was dressed in my outdoor clothes. And suddenly there I was in the open world. And I felt conscious of my body. I said, oh God, how am I going to face the world like this? Somehow I came home and there was Ma, my mother. I just wept. I don't know. I had not been weeping in the nursing home. I had been, we were laughing and joking in the nursing home. Suddenly when I came home and I found that I was so weak I couldn't do any work on my own, like my arm, I had to rest it. And I thought, my God, what a useless, worthless creature I've become, because there was no one to tell me that this is just temporary. My mother went on saying that, don't worry, give yourself some time. But for me, like I've been so active, I thought, what a useless life this is.
The fear of being helpless and being dependent on other people around me for care, that is what really frightened me. The thought that my life was not going to go on forever like I had assumed prior to that, and that it might just be cut short, and I would not be able to do a lot of good things that I had enjoyed doing earlier, and that I had not fulfilled a lot of dreams, I had not fulfilled a lot of ambitions, I had not made it to all those rungs of my career, or that I thought I would.
Some had dreams unfulfilled, and some had duties to attend. They were sulking in self-pity. It was like quicksand that was drawing them into the deep.
And I would lock myself inside my room just close the door. I didn't want to see anybody. I just used to turn towards the wall and cry. Everybody used to come in and say, come on, come watch the TV, come listen to some music. Like I had to, every day newspaper reading was a sort of, it was a must for me. I wouldn't even look at a newspaper. I had withdrawn into myself totally. And nothing interested me. I didn't want to mix with anybody. Radiation, back home, back into my room, close the door. During radiation, I started meeting people with cancer. And I thought that, look at it, I'm not the only one. So long, my attention was focused on me. But now I found it's so common. And I found little toddlers, babes in arms, in their mother's arms. They've all come for radiation. And I used to sit and think that, look, I've had half my life. I've had 2 lovely children, my husband, my family. I've enjoyed everything. God has given me such a lot. And these poor kids, they've not even started their life. And I think from that time onwards, I started pulling myself together.
আকাশ আছে, হাওয়া আছে, ফুল আছে, আরো অনেক অনেক কিছু আছে যার জন্য একটা মানুষ বাঁচবে আর কি। আর তুমি যে অতীতকে জানো না কোথা থেকে এসেছো, কোথাও যাবে, তুমি পরজন্ম, এসব তো তার কোনো প্রমাণ নেই। তো যতদিন বেঁচে আছো আর কি ততদিন ইউ এনজয়। আর বাঁচার ক্ষেত্রে আমি খুব বাঁচতে চাই অল টাইম, এবং যার ফলে কি আমি সমস্ত কিছু পৃথিবীতে উট চড়া থেকে আরম্ভ করে আমার কোমরে স্লিপ ডিস্ক আছে আর কি। হ্যাঁ, আমি উট চড়েছি, উট চড়ে আর কি ঘুরেছি। তো আমার কখনো মনে হয়নি যে আমি কোনো জায়গায় থেমে যাবো আর কি, আমি কারো থেকে কিছু কম।
They were challenged but not defeated, for they dared to look their infirmity in the face and take their life above the cloud that seemed to cover them. For them, it was not the end, but a new beginning.
Even if I'm going to live for 5 days, or whether it is for 5 years or 10 years, it's that every day, each day that counts. You must live it fully, and you must have a positive attitude. The sort of symbol of life.
Cancer has changed my whole life. I feel it has made me a much more positive, less bitter, less frustrated, less avaricious, in the sense that I'm not constantly seeking in life. I'm not seeking success or wealth or fame or popularity. And in a strange way, a lot of these things are coming my way because I've stopped searching for them. And I feel that my cancer experience has done this for me, has made me a more accepting, more well-adjusted human being, and has given me the sense of joy, the ability to celebrate each day of my life as if it was special, which I had previously taken completely for granted.